Hello, and you're going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. How exciting! You're going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, I've been twice, and I am going this year, 2026. So I'm excited, and I thought I would share kind of how I planned out my trip, because you do technically only have 5 hours at Magic Kingdom, and Magic Kingdom is one of the largest parks. So there's a lot to do and not a lot of time. So let's get into it. First off, I wanted to show you where you can get the ticket. So you're gonna go on My Disney Experience. You're gonna scroll down until you see Buy Tickets and Passes. And then you're gonna scroll down and click on Special Event Tickets. And then you can scroll down to the party. The Christmas party is there as well. Here you're gonna choose who's attending the party. I just picked myself. And then here you're gonna see some dates. Tickets open up in May, so you can book as early if you really want to be there on that first day. And then they go all the way down to Halloween. If you want to go on Halloween day, it does sell out quick, so you're definitely going to want to book it early. Now that you have your ticket, then it's time to know what time to get in. So the party starts at 7, but you are allowed to start at 4 p.m. You're allowed to enter Magic Kingdom. So just plan out some time. You do have to take a ferry or a monorail. So if you're going to park at the TTC, plan accordingly. I would get there around 3:15 the latest, because sometimes things don't go as planned, or it's really crowded on the day you're going, so it could take a little longer to get into Magic Kingdom. On a good day, it's about 30 minutes. Okay, now between 4 and 7 o'clock there are no party perks happening, so technically you just have 3 hours to be at Magic Kingdom. But there is one other special thing that if you really want to do, I would take this time to do that, which is meeting Jack and Sally. Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas meet at Magic Kingdom during the Halloween party and during the Christmas party, just in case. So they allow you to line up and see them before 7 o'clock. Those lines can go up to 60 80 minutes long. It could be 2 hours on a really busy day. Okay, so I would rather use my non-party time to wait in that line, because I have to meet Jack and Sally. They're my favorite. Also, meeting at City Hall, so it's right in the front, you don't have to go far. Meeting across City Hall, I should say, is Mickey, along with Minnie this year. So sometimes it's gonna be with Minnie, sometimes it might not. But this year, it's going to be Mickey and Minnie meeting in their Halloween best. So you already know, I love characters. I'm hopping in both. We're going to do it. Especially because sometimes things don't go as planned, and I might not be able to take any other pictures with characters for the rest of the night. So let's bang them out. You could also do any rides that you think are a low wait time and worth the wait during this time. That way you don't have to focus on rides during the party. And if this is the only time you're going to get to Magic Kingdom, maybe you want to go try some food that's not going to be served during the Halloween party. You might want to eat before the party. Let's say you're not interested in seeing any of the Halloween special foods. You might want to take this time to eat. And then that way, rides, shows, and characters are ready for you. So the first thing you want to decide is what's important. Are meeting characters in their specialty Halloween costumes, or characters that don't come out to play on normal days. Not only Jack and Sally, but they also have villains meeting in the princess area, which is Evil Queen and Maleficent. They have Piglet and Eeyore dressed up with Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. Typically you only get Tigger and Winnie. There's the Evil Queen. The Alice in Wonderland's queen. The Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts might show up. So definitely, if you want to do characters, put that on your list. Okay, if you want to do rides, are you not going to Magic Kingdom again during your vacation and you really like the rides at Magic Kingdom? This is a great opportunity to use the lower crowds. I will say that they can still get busy. Tron still will be at a 45-minute wait, but hey, a 45 is better than the 2-hour wait during a regular park time. And are you a foodie? Do you want to try all the new food? On the My Disney Experience app, you can check out all the foods that are going to be available at Magic Kingdom for the party. And there's some there. I have a few favorites. It looks like Fantasyland might get my time, and because I want to do it all, really. So I've been there twice. I'm going to try to bang out this list, but definitely going to try some new treats. That's always fun. And then the shows are important. Sometimes if you've been to the party multiple times, you've already seen the fireworks show, you've already seen the stage show, you've already seen the parade. This is a good time to get on those rides that you can never get on, try the new treats, and get some specialty character time. But Mickey's Not So Scary has a specialty fireworks show, so it doesn't get played on regular park days. And Jack comes out and he's massive and it's amazing to watch. And they have a Boo to You parade specifically for this party and does not get played during the regular Magic Kingdom hours. And they have the stage show, which is typically Hocus Pocus themed. So a lot of villains pop up in that show, which is a lot of fun. And it's not so crowded. They have 2 slots for the parade and the stage show. So the earliers get a little bit more crowded because there's a lot of littles on that one. Because they can't, most parents might not stay till midnight with them. They can't, or they're going to choose the later end of the night to do the rides. And then for those who want to take advantage of everyone watching the parade and watching the stage show, this is a good time to ride some rides. When you walk in to the party, you're going to get a wristband, and that allows you to stay in the park no matter where you are. If you start at 4 p.m. or if you already have an annual pass and you want to go in before 4 p.m., you can enter and then just pick up your band at 4 p.m. And they usually have locations in Tomorrowland and I believe in Adventureland, along with going to the front of the park to get that wristband. So if you're already deep inside, just go get the band inside the park and not walk all the way to the front. But there is a nice little path right in the front that it's only for party goers, that they have they give you your trick-or-treat bag, your candy, even though they will give you the trick-or-treat bag at the other places. And then they have some specialty characters this year. So that's kind of exciting. So you might want to go through the front as well. And this is the time they're also going to give you a map, or you can find them in their little shelves right in the front of the park. You're going to want this map. You're going to want to see the hours, what's available, and where to find the characters. If you're looking for characters, they added the pictures, kind of like they did at Cool Kids Summer, and I really like that. Not only for littles, but for me. Quick, I'm a picture girl. Show me. I want to know where Mirabelle is quickly and not look at numbers and then try to match it to the map. They just put their picture right on there, and I think that's a nice touch. I hope that they stay with that. So, like I said before, my go-to will be Jack and Sally and Mickey and Minnie first thing when I walk in at 4 p.m. Then I'm going to go down the trail. I'm going to go check out the merchandise. They have specialty Mickey's Not So Scary merchandise. So you can go and check either in the Emporium, which is a nice, right at like 7:15, it's empty completely. You never, if you've been to Magic before, Emporium is usually the loudest place. And it was so nice my first year going that we had a treat on Main Street with Jack and Sally. So when we walked through Emporium, empty. Even the cast members didn't know what to do. They were just kind of standing there hi. But yes, they have specialty merch, usually mugs, t-shirts, ears, which are my favorite, a ton of stuff. So you can choose to either buy now when it's empty and carry it, or at the end of the night. but I like to always look around. I always get the ears, and I have gotten the mugs before, so I think I'm gonna keep the tradition of getting both. Now, this is a tough one here. Where to go? Do we go start at Adventureland, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland? Where do we start? Now, typically, I would go to Tomorrowland. That's always been my go-to because usually the food over there is where I've liked the most. And Adventureland doesn't get a lot of love. But I think this year, I think they noticed that. I think they've noticed that people kind of walk through, call it a day, and they're really trying to bring some traction over there. The first parade usually happens at 8, so if you're walking at 7, you're making your way down Adventureland. So this year, the Ghost from Haunted Mansion is on the tree trail. I love this idea. They do it at Disneyland for Oogie Boogie, their Halloween party in California. And we've been screaming from the mountaintops, can we have this? We want to see specialty characters while getting treats. And we got the Hatbox Ghost, or the Hitchhiking Ghost from Haunted Mansion in there. It looks super cool. I'm so excited. Before, last year they had them on like a roof bridge, like up high. You weren't sure when they were going to come out. It looks like they're there the entire time. There's not a lot of gaps of waiting for them to come out, so that's nice. They give you a little treat bag because then now you can trick or treat all through the park. So you also want to take a look at those tree trails where you want to start. They have these like candy corn colored massive light up tubes to let you know like that's a treat trail. So now it's time to pick where we go. They also brought in new this year for 2026 a pirate show, and Jack from Pirates of the Caribbean makes an appearance, and so that's been really fun. They used to have them in the rides, and a lot of people like that, but I think there were some logistic issues with that setup that they decided to do an outside show. And they're doing tricks and talking to you and giving you treats. And so a lot of people really like it. And I think it's going to be fun. So I think this year I'm going to start at Adventureland. Get those two out the way. Bang them out quick. Because personally, once I make one lap, I try not to double back. So let's do one quick loop. So it's either Tomorrowland or Adventureland. Tomorrow's on your right. Adventure's on your left. We're going left this year. So once I go on the tree trail, it's going to be a little busy because I think a lot of people are going to try to do the same thing. But if you start in Tomorrowland, you're going to have a Descendant dance party, Stitch and Angel's over there having a party. If you choose to go that way, just make sure you want to see the ghost characters from Haunted Mansion, absolutely. And you can end the night and it'll probably be a lot less crowded. Okay, so I'm going to weather the crowd. I normally would say go straight down, go to Tomorrow or go to Fantasyland. They never have lines for the candies because everyone's kind of congested up front. But if you really want to see those characters, you're gonna have to weather it out. Speaking of weather, if you go in August, there is a potential rain storm. And unfortunately, you do not get refunded if it rains. You don't get refunded if the parade doesn't happen or the fireworks show doesn't happen. So it's a risk. Now, I have heard in the past that they might do rain checks. So if you're able to come back, they might put you on a later date. But none of this is guaranteed. You can go to City Hall and talk to them about that. Since half the party that you paid for is no longer happening. So fingers crossed that I don't get into a rainstorm. I don't mind a little bit of rain though, because it tends to cool down the night. So hopefully it happens earlier in the day and then the nighttime can be nice and cool. I'm going in August 23rd, which is my birthday. So I'm very excited. Kind of had to do it. If not, I probably would have waited a little bit till September if you can. Because remember, those prices do hike up the later you go. And it's the same party whether you go in August or in October. But the weather does make a big difference. Now, if you've never been to Magic Kingdom, if you've never been to Disney World, and you want to try the party, I would advise just to do the party. Don't do a full day that morning, and get an additional ticket and then do Mickey's Not So Scary, it's a lot. Okay, Magic Kingdom is massive and it's exhausting. I would recommend, if you wanted the full 14-hour day, which who doesn't, then I would pick a non-Halloween party day. So make sure that you're checking the calendar to make sure you're not buying on a Halloween party day, because if not, you got to leave at 6 on those days. So the prices don't change if you're only getting a half day. So plan accordingly. I also would recommend some really good sneakers, a poncho, a sun umbrella if you're going in August. Possibly, if you really don't want to get your socks wet or anything like that, think about that. Maybe bring an extra pair of socks. Bring a backpack. What I like to do is bring an empty backpack, and then when I'm trick-or-treating, sometimes they give you like shovels and you can fill up that little bag very, very quickly. I dump the candy into a backpack and then carry the little bag and trick-or-treat again. So to really get your money's worth on the candy. Okay. If you're not used to walking, I would say easily about 15,000 steps you could do. If you're not used to walking that much, I would advise either bringing a walker. You can rent one of the wheelchairs for $15. They also have ECVs available, but it is first come, first serve. So I wouldn't really try to bank on the ECVs, but sometimes they do have them. So those are $80 and you get $20 back when you return the ECV. I would say that based off Jollywood, which it's at Hollywood Studios, it's a much easier party for those who are not used to walking. A lot of the shows you can sit down, so it's like a break from walking. At Magic Kingdom, not one show you're able to sit down unless you get a curb, and you're still it's not for the weak. I'm telling you, it's not easy. And I'm a plus size woman. I walk these parks a lot, and I'm telling you, I leave there beat, because really you have 5 hours and you're trying to do it all, and there's no time to rest. Even when eating, you're just like, I gotta bring this down because I only have 5 hours or I gotta run to get the parade, or I gotta run over here to do the fireworks show. So it can be a little rough. Okay, so I just want to give you guys a heads up. It's really nice, but it's hard on the body, and I don't recommend doing a full day, because it's just it's just not, don't do it, especially in August. The heat, all of it, it's a lot. But with all the bad comes a lot of good, okay? We're walking so much because we're getting all this candy, we're trick-or-treating, we're watching the fireworks show, we're seeing the stage show for Hocus Pocus and seeing all those villain characters that we don't ever get to see in the parks. And we're going to get the parade, which also has all the characters in Halloween costumes, which is super fun, and you don't get to see them anytime. So if I would recommend, if this is your first party, to make those your priority. Make the shows your priority and get some trick-or-treating done. If this is your second or third and you're not big on characters, you're okay, you've already seen them, then this is your time to focus on the rides. That means the park is yours. And you can bang on at least half of them are going to be walk-ons. The bigger rides are at least going to be 50% reduced timing. So you can really get through Magic Kingdom in those 5 hours easy during a party for all the rides. And I would try some specialty foods. Make it in the budget. You might want to try the pumpkin cheesecake that they're offering. You might want to try the fried raviolis. They look good. So you might want to try a few special treats when you get there. So I would just add it to the budget.
And if you want to see the other videos that I've done on Mickey's Not So Scary, we have full shows, and the 2 times that I went, I did film the whole thing, so you can also use them to plan your trip.
Okay, so let's do a quick conclusion. You're going to walk in at 4 p.m. You're going to get your map, and you're going to get your wristband, and then you're going to decide what's important to you. Characters, rides, foods, or the shows. You got 4 to pick, and you probably can do 3 out of the 4, okay? So you're still gonna have a good time no matter what, but just know that you might not be able to get them all, and that's okay. That's what next year is for. So with that being said, I hope you guys like the video. Like and subscribe. My name is Stephanie, and thank you for being a part of my world.